Hello and welcome back to Jade. So it's been it's been a little while since I've recorded. But don't worry, we're gonna keep on going. I didn't have anything to upload yesterday because I try and record a couple of these a day, but usually it's only like 2 or 3, and then I have a couple days off where I can just play other games and do what I want and consider what I'll probably let's play in the future after this. But we're back. It's going to be our first week here at Beacon, and we're 6 months in, which I do believe puts us at the beginning of Volume 2. So if you don't want any spoilers for Jade, you can watch all of Volume 1, no problem. And Jade does change a couple things in the canon of Jade and as opposed to the canon of Ruby, but it's all good and wonderful, and I love it. So let me realize that I don't know where my timer is. Alright, grab my timer so we're not gonna realize halfway through that I've gone overboard with the time limit. I try and keep them 20 minutes to half an hour, but sometimes, there's just so much cool stuff to happen, and not enough screens to serve as backgrounds. But let's get right into it. Alright, this time for sure. Yes, I've conquered you, necktie. Mwahaha. It's the morning of our first day of classes at Beacon. Today, Team Jade, even though there's no A in either of Penny's initials, joins the academic life. Other than homework and classes, this also means uniforms, and the male versions of Beacon features a tie, which took me 5 minutes to tie correctly, more or less. I guess I never had to learn to tie one in my life before. Precious information. Evelyn, can I come out? I ask loudly to be heard through the door. I'm changing in the bathroom, while Evelyn is changing in the bedroom, Penny in the kitchen, and Jack on the balcony. Now, one may wonder why each of us is changing in a different room. Well, I'm a guy, so it's a given. Penny has also cleaned the kitchen before anyone could ask why. And Evelyn and Jack? Yeah, I don't think those two are that comfortable around each other yet. Unless it's a battle, and Jack lost at rock, paper, scissors. Of course you can. The real question is, should you? I sigh and roll my eyes, leaning my forehead against the wood. Alright, other question. Have you 100% finished changing into your uniform? Oh no, he's learning. He's soon going to overthrow his masters. Evelyn. Wilson. Oh, screw this. If she's not finished, I gave her plenty of chances to tell me. I'm coming out. And women everywhere rejoiced. Yeah, and men everywhere rejoiced too, you better believe it. That little... Well, she's dressed, but now I have another problem. So, how do I look? How many words can I use? The way the uniform hugs Evelyn's curves is, wow. I mean, it's not like you can't notice with her normal clothes on, but in a mini skirt, it's just something else. And the thigh gap between the skirt's hem and the knee-high socks, who the fuck gives their school uniform a mini skirt? It's just, no. Aw, am I so sexy you're at a loss for words? Yeah, that's not going to be the most embarrassing thing I have to read out loud either. Hello again, bluntness. I have words. I don't know if I should voice them. Keep the profanities to one word and you can go right ahead and worship me. Haughty, aren't we? Evelyn? Wilson? I'm coming out as well. A few seconds after Penny's voice carries through the kitchen, the door opens. Aw, look at her! How do I look? Oh my god, Penny, you're adorable! It looks very good on you, Penny. Thanks, I've never worn a uniform before. While Penny is not as curvaceous as Evelyn, the uniform still suits her. Not as well as her normal clothes, but the colors, huh? Penny, why do you still have your collar on under the uniform? I have a scar. Yes, a positively ugly scar that I wish to keep hidden from sight at all times. Oh, wow. If you need a collar that covers the entirety of your neck, it must be a pretty big scar. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pried. Oh, I don't mind. It's perfectly fine. Huh? That's a surprisingly chipper reaction. That's the spirit, and you're in luck, for I am an expert at scar removal. You are? You are? I am. I can prepare a salve that I'm coming out. Please do come outside this very instant, Jack. We're awaiting your reveal with fervent curiosity. And the person who wins the looks best uniform of Team Jade is... that was not subtle at all, Penny. But didn't she say that her scar doesn't bother her? Oh well, now I wonder what her uniform looks like on Jack. Ta-da! Oops, sorry. What? Look at that. Look at that. Looks better on her than on me. What? Jack? Hey, what's wrong with the three of you? Did I get the knot wrong? No, it's perfect. Jack, that's the male uniform? Huh? Yeah? Why? 'Cause I don't like skirts. Bloody hell, does it look that bad on me? It doesn't, and that's the problem. Carrots, what the hell does that even mean? Evelyn bites down on whatever she was going to say next and walks to the apartment's front door, leaning her head against it. Once, twice, 3 times. Seriously, what's her problem? I can't do a good voice for Jack. There's nothing wrong, but I guess it's attention grabbing? Especially since it looks better on her than it does on me. That's it? Let people watch. Who cares? Yeah, who cares? That's the spirit. Although... And now every member of Team Jade has gotten really close. Hold still for a moment. In a matter of seconds, Jack undoes the faulty knot I had produced, adjusts its positioning and length of my necktie, and then makes a new knot, perfectly, not too tight, not too loose. There we go, looking dashing there. My dad always said, a bad tie makes a bad day. Well then, let's go to breakfast. Carrots, get all off the door, will ya? Hate you. Come on, partner. Most important meal of the day. Evelyn gets off the door and Jack grabs me by the shoulders and then proceeds to push me towards it. Now I do believe everyone except for Evelyn has pushed us at some point, completely ignoring my shattered, broken, destroyed pride. Of course you realize this means war. Evelyn, what? Please teach me how to do a tie. I just realized I've never been shown around the school. You remember where the mess hall is, right? Bum bum bum. Damn, I've never seen so many people all eating in the same place. Me neither. The school's mostly empty the last few days. And on Saturday and Sunday we didn't eat here. Well, knowing I'm not the only one who's never lived the school life makes me feel more at ease. Sharing the pain and all that. What? You've never attended an academy? Never ever, partner. But you're so strong. Flatterer, you haven't even seen my semblance. FYI, I've never attended a combat academy either. Neither have I. I have to call bullshit. You've obviously all been trained in combat, or am I on a team with 3 fighting savants? Of course we've been trained, dummy, but do you think combat academies are the only places in Remnant where you can learn to fight? I don't know. Are they? For all I know, they could be. Ooh, right. You're missing memory. There are other venues available to those who wish to learn the art of combat on Remnant. Retired or injured hunters can take apprentices, and there are non-hunters versed in the workings of aura and dust living outside of the 4 kingdoms. I see. Sounds reasonable. Glad it does. Now let's get some grub. I'm famished. Wow, this is the best food I've eaten in months. Oh, but don't you usually cook for yourself? Oh dear, here they go again. Of course I do, but I can't do miracles while on the road. I tune out the argument in favor of facing Penny, who today got a picture-perfect selection of food for her breakfast. How's the food, Penny? It's definitely nutritionally balanced, but I think the eggs were slightly overcooked, probably to give them more consistency before the scrambling procedure. You know, a simple good enough would have sufficed, but it wouldn't have been a sufficiently informative answer to your inquiry. I can't help but laugh at her honest worry about my possible lack of knowledge about her breakfast. Thanks for the concern, but I was just trying to make small talk, Penny. Oh, sorry, I'm not really used to it, so I can't properly distinguish yet. Oh, it's fine. To be honest, it's kinda cute. And there's her blush. There she goes, like clockwork. You're doing this to distract me, aren't you? What? I have no idea what you're talking about. Calling me and my mannerisms cute because you remember how I reacted the day we met. Oh, that. Yes, I may be trying to make you blush on purpose. She laughs at my admission, and I'm glad I stopped her from going into a funk. A funk? What? I guess I don't know what the word funk means. I thought I did. Thanks, but you don't have to worry so much. I'm not a particularly negative person. But you made such a kicked puppy face. It was just a little communication mishap. Why does it get you so down? Well, the thing is, Penny, everyone, good morning! Ruby, good morning! Ruby, a good morning from me as well. Thanks, but enough about me. You're wearing the beacon uniform. My eyes widen as Ruby suddenly flings herself to Penny's right to hug her, and manages to sit properly while doing so. That's impressive. That means you've passed initiation. Congratulations. Thanks, Ruby. After an instant of uncertainty, Penny returns the hug with the biggest of smiles on her face. Aw, no hug for me? That's the quickest way to get someone to feel uncomfortable around you. Sorry, I missed that line. Oh, hi Evelyn, is that your 4th? Why is Ruby staring at Jack like, oh, right. You're a girl, right? Well, isn't that an awkward question? But Jack seems to be taking it in stride. Sure am, the name's Jacqueline B. Ivory, but you can call me Jack. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, you're so pretty and your hair is so long that I thought of course you must be a girl. You have the male uniform on, so I got confused. It's alright. I guess I'm the only female student who wears the male uniform. As far as I know. But seriously, it looks better on you than the guys. And she knows ties better than me, too. Yeah. That's because I used to do it for my father growing up. It just takes practice. I'd be more than happy to help you with that, Wilson. You would? Thanks, Penny. And Evelyn and Penny are giving each other a thumbs up for some reason. Ah, who cares? Come back to me, Pride. Okay, 2 questions. Are you the guy Ruby was making a weapon for? And what is she making a fool of herself out of herself for now. And bam. Look at that. I do believe the first time I saw Yang, I described her as, oh look, it's Chandra and Gideon's illegitimate love child. It's just, look at her. Another girl has now approached our table, and she's, well, to be blunt, she's everything Ruby is not, if I had to make a comparison. Yeah, she looks the most like Jack out of every other character in the show. Ruby is petite and has short, dark hair. This girl is very tall and has long golden hair all the way to the middle of her back. Ruby is, well, she's petite in more ways than one. The blonde girl is, Evelyn's are bigger anyways. Wow. That's not the most awkward thing I'm going to have to read out either. Also, I think me and Evelyn saw her spar in the amphitheater with another girl a couple days ago. Yang! I wasn't embarrassing myself, I was asking a completely legitimate question. Wait, Yang, wasn't she the one who... So she's the girl who used common sense on you? Oh my god, she actually said that out loud. Wilson, that was supposed to be private. It was? Yes. Why didn't you tell me? What do you mean, why didn't you? Oh, right. You don't know Yang. Well, that's deja vu. A crime, more like it. I'm Yang, Ruby's teammate and older sister. Wait, what? Older sister? They don't look that much alike, to be completely honest. I'm Wilson, and yes, Ruby did make my weapon, and I will be sure to repay her. Glad to know that. And hi, Penny. I couldn't believe it when Ruby said you were going to be attending Beacon as well. I couldn't believe it myself at first. It's a pleasure to see you again, Yang. Wilson is my teammate, and this is Evelyn Damarot, my partner. Hey there. Hey there yourself, Evelyn Damarot. And this is our team leader and Wilson's partner, Jacqueline. B. Ivory, but you can just call me Jack. Another blonde, finally. I was starting to despair, only having Jean to share it with. I heard that. I snapped my neck to the right, but I can't identify the source of the voice. What was that about? Just look for a blonde head of hair. Hopefully, she's the one who breaks the stereotype. Between you and the dunce, I have half a mind of removing from my life anything even remotely resembling a shade of yellow. I guess this is another one of Ruby's teammates. Wow, she's pretty. Not that Ruby and Yang aren't pretty, but while Ruby is cute pretty, and Yang is hot pretty, this one is class pretty. Does that make sense? She's petite as well, but slender and very well dressed in a princessly manner, if that's even a word. I can't help but imagine her in something like a long ballroom dress. Wait, didn't Penny mention a teammate of Ruby she could take fashion advice from, and... Oh... You must be Weiss, then. 3 shocks, two disappointed faces, and a big ol' smile. Don't worry, Ruby, I won't spill the beans. Oh wow, Weiss, you got another admirer. Wait, what? Why is the correctly identified Weiss suddenly looking at me like I'm her worst enemy? What are you talking about, admirer? Oh, come on, don't play dumb. How else would you know Weiss Cream's name? Okay, that's great. That is a great nickname for Weiss. I guess you know me from my singing career? Or are you an estimator of my family? So she actually is some kind of princess? Cool, but seriously. I think there's a misunderstanding here. I have no idea who Weiss is supposed to be, except for Ruby's teammate. Okay, seriously, why is that so shocking? What's so funny? For real? He seems to be telling the truth. At least I think so. Oh wow. Why is every girl I meet in Vale a different kind of total knockout? After cute pretty, hot pretty, and class pretty, meet Grace pretty. This black-haired beauty, which by rule of elimination must be Ruby's final teammate, just exudes natural poise in every step she makes, and she feels like she's not even trying. Well, the question remains, how does he know Weiss's name? The better question is, how does he not know? Wait, wasn't she dreading the prospect just a few seconds ago? I'm Blake, by the way. Blake Belladonna. Nice to meet you, everyone. And hello again, Penny. Wilson D. Cabigas, but seriously, I have no idea who Weiss is outside of her relationship to Ruby, and even that was a guess. Meaning? Penny told me about a teammate of Ruby who has great fashion sense, and Ruby herself mentioned the name in passing. 50-50, so I took a guess. Oh, that's true. Stop being surprised already. Well, considering the information you had at your disposal, it's logical you'd come to that conclusion. You certainly couldn't have made that bet on Yang or Blake. Uh-oh. Hey, how dare you? I'm Weiss Schnee. Schnee. Wait, like the dust company Evelyn told me about? No wonder she was surprised I didn't recognize her, although she doesn't seem to be that bad, or at least not as bad as the company's name would have you think. She's a bit uppity, I guess? I see. It's a pleasure. Oh, the pleasure's all mine. Seriously? That voice again? What the hell? That voice is actually coming from my personal favorite character. Now, I'd love to stay and chat some more. I'm afraid classes are about to begin. We should all hurry. Oh, the bell. We only have half an hour. I'm sure we will see each other during class. Have a good day. I can't call you Wilson, right? Oh, come on. No, for real. Who's doing that? Sure, if I can call you Weiss. Absolutely. Have a good day, Wilson, everyone. And there she goes, Blake and Yang hot on her tail, probably for an explanation regarding that fashion sense comment. Oh, this is unfair. Do you have any idea how long it took me to get Weiss to be friendly to me? What's your secret? Took you 4 episodes, I think? Ruby, I haven't the foggiest idea. This isn't over. Not by a long shot. And that's 4. Well, that's a weird team. They are? Have you looked at us? Good point. Anyways, she doesn't seem that bad. You mean Weiss? Considering what you told me about her family's company. She's just the youngest daughter of the family. It's not like she has any administrative power. And hey, she's just an individual like the rest of us. Even if statistically faunus and humans don't get along that well, I like to always keep an open mind. If I thought that every human I met is a racist, talk about self-fulfilling prophecies. Weiss is Ruby's partner. I don't think she would be able to get along with a genuinely bad person. Although, she did warm up to you uncharacteristically quickly. I chalk that up to me indirectly complimenting her without the aim to flirt with her. First impressions are a powerful thing. Anyways, we should get going too. Right, Jack? Jack? Yes, she seems like a nice girl. Her arms are gripping her elbows quite tightly, and she's staring at nothing. Can she even hear me? Partner? You okay there? It's nothing, Wilson. I'm sorry. Let's go refresh ourselves and then get to class, alright? Did something happen? I really don't know, Penny. First day of school, guys. Let's try not to be late to class. And then, classroom. There's a certain hustle and bustle as we file into the almost packed class. I notice that there are very few seats left and no sets of 4. Things like that happen when you arrive almost at bell time. You don't really get a choice in seat dispositions. Bummer. Oh well, we'll have to make new friends. Sounds good. I'll see you guys after class. I'll look around the classroom and notice an empty seat at the far right row. I sit myself just as the class falls silent, which I guess means the professor has arrived. A slightly rotund man on the short side stands in front of the desk in the middle of the classroom's bottom area. He sports a finely trimmed mustache and wears mostly burgundy. Children, I welcome you back into these halls. Port hasn't changed at all during break. Sorry about that. During break. Seems like Ruby and her team are sitting a couple rows behind me. Professor Port, huh? I hope you use these weeks to relax, catch up with family and friends left behind, because from today on, we're getting back to familiarizing ourselves with our prey. He makes a grandiose movement and raises a hand to point at the wall behind him, where a gigantography of a grim hangs. For our enemy is restless, relentless, and always up to feasting on scrumptious human morsels. Even in the comfort of our homes, even in our most private moments. Ominous? Why, for example, I remember one time, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah, I almost jumped out of my seat as a large portion of the class let out a collective groan. What the hell? There I was, deep in enemy territory, having just felled a particularly strong adversary. It was a long and hard-fought battle, but that's a story for another time. Thank you, gods! I was so satisfied with my catch that I decided to help myself to a guilty pleasure, a bag of fine blend of vacuo tea. A boiling kettle and a whistle later, lo and behold, I was about to enjoy my piece of nirvana. Okay, I think I'm starting to get an idea as to why the groans. But alas, soon a new enemy appeared to chastise me for my mistake, even though my immediate surroundings had been cleared by my own hands. An opal swooped down from the sky. While the story sounds kind of interesting, his storytelling ability is, well... Quick, my hand went to my weapon, swiftly holding it up to shield myself from the beast's mighty dive. I hope this doesn't go on that long. Stumbling but not knocked, blah 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 blah. Lo and behold, my enemy was defeated and faded at my feet. Oh my god, that went on for almost the whole lesson. Now I understand why so many people dreaded story time. I mean, there were a few interesting tidbits here and there, but it was mostly purple prose. That experience taught me many a valuable lessons, which I saw fit to share with you today. Damn it, were we actually supposed to be paying attention? If he's not a sadist and made it difficult on purpose, he needs some serious work on his public speaking. Let's see, what could have been an important point in that story? So, the first time I played, I immediately went, the weapon. These two don't make sense. I've never clicked the T before. I'm pretty sure it's the worst answer out of the three. The correct answer is the kettle. The professor mentioned that he had cleared out his immediate surroundings, which meant that since he was alone and not in a negative state of mind, the Grimm must have been attracted by something else. Was the lesson about the Grimm's sense of hearing, Professor Port? Indeed it was. Very observant, young man. Ah, score 1 for Team Wilson. The opal is a Grimm-shaped like bat, and just like their animal counterparts, they have bad eyesight but incredible hearing, and locate their prey with echolocation. Even from afar, the whistle of my kettle has attracted it like a moth to the flame. And if it hadn't been keeping my weapon by my... And if I hadn't been keeping my weapon by my side, I would have died with his first attack. Always have your weapon at hand, even when in a hostile, especially... Always have your weapon at hand when in a hostile environment, children. You never know when you may need it. Alright, that sounds like something I should make a note about. I cracked this open. Yeah, there's nothing here yet. Your Grimm knowledge increased by 5. That's about all the time we have for today, children. I encourage you to review and possibly deepen your knowledge about offals. Have a bountiful day. Well, I'm famished. Let's find the girls again and shoot! You're telling me we were supposed to be paying attention all this time? Will you pipe down? And of course you were supposed to be paying attention. You're in school! I'll go out on a limb and say that Professor Port's classes have never had much participation from students. Penny, seriously, what's your secret? Oh, I feel so sluggish. I have no idea how I kept awake through it all. I guess I'm just used to listening to long speeches. My father had a habit of going into his own little world and muttering out his thoughts. Practice makes perfect, huh? I have no desire whatsoever to practice enduring that. For once, I agree with Evelyn. I'm glad that's over and done with. So, what did you want to do with the afternoon? I think I'll go into Vale. Want to inquire about that part-time job? That's the plan, yes. I also thought about asking about helping in the kitchens, like you mentioned, but they said to come back tomorrow. While I'm at it, I guess I will go check the shops in Main Street and see what they have for sale in the chocolate and cookies department. Do you want company, Wilson? Nah, it's okay, and I have a sneaking suspicion that you try to dissuade me. I will be awaiting your return, then. And remember that the last bulkhead to Beacon is at 10 p.m. I will keep that in mind. See you later, girls. Later, partner. Alright, please keep one to the side for me, okay? I'll pick it up by the end of the week, I swear. Sounds good, but are you sure you want this brand? It's a bit pricey for a student. I know, but I need to do at least this much. You either got a lucky girlfriend or she's got you whipped. Incorrect. And that's my cue to leave. Right. Good evening. Oh, that was getting a bit too personal. Although he's probably right. People don't usually go all out in presents unless it's a special occasion, but considering the debt I owe to Ruby and Penny, it might as well be. Anyways, that's settled. I need 200 lien to buy that box, so now it's time to inquire about that part-time job. What was the place called? From Dusk Until Dawn? The first scene of the show takes place in Dusk Until Dawn. Good evening. Welcome to From Dusk Until Dawn. Hello, I'm here to inquire about that part-time job. You Beacon student? What? How does he know that? Your aura unlocked. You Beacon student? Well, yeah, but perfect. You hired. What? Just like that? Need fighter. You can work evening shifts. Come when free. You free now? We do afternoon shift for try. Well, yes, but good. Get counter. Hey! An apron gets thrown in my face. When I pull it back down, the shopkeeper is already walking towards the back of the shop. Hey, I know next to zero about dust. Look inside first drawer. What? And he's gone. What the hell has happened to the shop that he would need someone who can fight as a part-timer? I do as he said and check the first drawer of the counter. Inside I found one ear noodle mic and an earbud. I check on you through security camera from Vault. If need advice, talk into Noodle. Sir, why exactly did the shop need to be closed and reopened again? No time for talk. First customer. Ah, well, welcome. Thank you very much. Or, thank you very much. Thank you. Come again. Very, very good. Closing time now. Thank gods that's over. And thank the gods no one commented on the noodle. I removed it and the apron both. All in all, it wasn't so bad. It was mostly just about weighing or counting the needed dust for each client. And if any were about to ask questions, the shopkeeper was already telling me the answer in my ear. I could see myself doing this every now and then. Very good. Hiring you, good choice. Thanks? I didn't think it would go so smoothly. Hold out scroll, please. Sure? I hold out my scroll and the shopkeeper does the same, swinging his own device horizontally and above mine. What? Little first-time bonus for incentive. You come back, yes? Sure. Good. Late now. Got to close and you missed last bulkhead. Right, I'll see you around? Holy, I can't believe this. I've already solved the money problem. If I want to, I could definitely go get Ruby's present and catch the last bulkhead with plenty of time to spare. Well, I do believe this is where we're going to stop. Thank you for joining me. In the future, we'll probably be able to do 1 week an episode. But for now, I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time on Let's Play Jade.